Okay, y'all. Snoop Dogg is, I guess, on the chopping block right now, y'all. Mr. Snoop Dogg, the one that everybody is so crazy about, he done peed off the Sweat and Skittler show. He is coming out saying right now that, it doesn't make sense that they keep putting all the Sweat and Skittler stuff into the cartoons and everything. It's everywhere. So we about to talk about it because they are dragging Snoop Dogg for saying this right now, y'all. So let's talk about it, y'all. Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you to all my new subscribers that's coming in. That means well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all. And welcome, welcome, welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged. Some it's not. And the Fair Act use is in my description box, y'all. So, let's get to it, y'all. Let's get to it. So, Snoop Dogg is slamming the LGBTQ representation in kids' films, y'all. This is what he's saying. They're putting this stuff everywhere, and he's about fed up with it, okay, y'all? Basically, okay? What you see is what you see. And they're putting it everywhere. This is what the 53-year-old rapper said August the 20th on an episode of Dr. Sarah Funtnot. Okay? He was on her podcast, all right? Snoop explained that he took his grandson to see a 2022 Disney animated film, Lightyear, and was surprised that one of the characters has two moms. Two moms, y'all. And I've been saying this for a long time on this page over here. And I have Sweat and Skittlers on here. No disrespect to them or anything. I don't hate them or anything like that. I don't have any hate for people like that. Okay? Because it is what it is. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know their feelings. You know what I'm saying, y'all? It could be a woman that just can't stand a man to touch them, but they love women. That's what turned them on. And vice versa for men. It could be a man that can't stand a woman's touch, but when a man touch them, ooh, they get all hot and bothered. Just like you. You don't know. They're putting stuff in the food, all kind of stuff. You don't know what they're not doing. If they're pushing this stuff through media and TV and movies and everything, everywhere you turn, you think they ain't gonna push this stuff through other things and mess with your hormones and all of that stuff so they can get things the way they want it to be? So I don't have nothing against them. Only thing that my problem is, stop pushing it on the little ones. Stop pushing this on the little ones. Let them make the choice for themselves. Don't make it for them. Let them make it themselves. Stop pushing it off on everybody. If this is what you like, that's what you like. We don't have to answer to God. You do. God said it's an abomination, y'all. This is what God said. This is what the Bible says. It's an abomination. And that's not the way it's supposed to be. But with the things that's going on in the world right now, what can you say, y'all? I'm just saying. What in the world can you say? But Snoop Dogg is getting dragged right now just for saying this. And everybody that's straight feel the same way. Why y'all keep pushing it on the kids? Why I gotta be in the cartoons? Why I gotta be in the movies now, the Disney movies? Why do it have to be everywhere? Grown people, if we don't want to watch something, we don't want to watch it. Okay? A lot of people been turned off by watching The Chi. Because The Chi started off one way, and then it went down it took a dark turn to Sweat and Skittlerville. Okay, y'all? And this is all it's about now. Everywhere you switch and turn. Same thing with Tyler Perry movies. He can't leave them out of there for nothing in the world. He even, what was that picture I was watching, Sisters? He even tried to throw Sweat Skittler in there on Zach. When he just can't help himself. He always got to include it. And some people overdo it when they include it. They put too much of it in there in a picture, and it takes away from the message. The Chi, come on now, y'all. The Chi. The Chi, it's just like Empire. Empire started off good, and then it started going down another direction. And it's the same thing with the Chi. It's starting to do the same thing, go down another direction. And it's a turnoff for a lot of people. A lot of people like, this don't make no sense. It's just overkill. But grown people, they can watch these type of shows. They can watch these shows and they can tune out of certain things that they're watching. But the kids can't. The kids is not understanding this mess. They like, what is going on? Why is this type of stuff being put in our face? Is this normal? Is this the way things are supposed to be? They have so many questions. Kids ask you a gazillion questions all the time, y'all. All the time. This is what kids do. And this is one of the things that they're very confused about, y'all. They really are. And I just wish they would stop playing with their little minds. You know what I'm saying, y'all? It doesn't make sense. And I'm glad Snoop Dogg came out and said something. He said they're like, she had a baby with another woman. This is what his kids is asking him. Did two women have a baby together? And he said, well, my grandson in the middle of the movie is like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She's a woman, he recalled. When your kids is asking you questions like this, you can't help it. You know what I'm saying? You can't help it. I took the kids to the mall. You know, my little sisters, I took them to the mall. And you seeing either two men lapping all over each other or two women lapping all over each other. It doesn't make sense. The kids is confused. And you're confusing them even more. Leave them alone. When they get old enough to understand this stuff, then their parents will explain it to them. They don't need this extra stuff going on in their shows. They really don't. He said, oh, shitika. I didn't come in here for this. This is what he said. He didn't come to a movie for to get questioned by his grandkids about how babies are made, basically. He said, I just came to watch the doggone movie. I didn't come for, Mingle Tingle's education. And it's crazy that these kids is having to go through this. This is a sad thing when they turn on the cartoons and it's everywhere. You can't turn for it. Stop pushing it on the little ones. That's all we asking. That's it. That's all. And we don't say anything else about it. That's do you. Did y'all hear about all the guys that's running around here wearing skirts in the mall? They are running around here with skirts on, y'all. Men. This is the new trend that's going on. That they're running around the malls with skirts on. They're in the neighborhoods with their skirts on. They're wearing women clothing. But still kind of pretending like they're straight. But this is the new trend that's going on right now. I know y'all have seen the videos, okay? Snoop said that his grandson, who was confused by the, same Mingle Tingle couple, asked him, they just said she had a baby. They're both women. How does she have a baby? So it's like, F me. This is what Snoop is saying. I'm like scared to go to the movies. This is what Snoop is saying. Y'all throwing me in the middle of shitika that I don't have an answer for. This is what Snoop Dogg said, y'all. He's sick of this mess. It threw me for a loop. This is what Snoop added. I'm like, what part of the movie was this? These are kids. We have to show that at this age, this is crazy. They're going to ask questions. I don't have the answer. Snoop's comments sparked backlash in the interview's YouTube comments. You're telling me that as a 50-plus-year-old man, you still don't know how to talk to a kid about same Mingle Tingle parents. Why is that such a difficult concept to grasp? One person wrote. We don't want to have to answer those questions right now when they are that young. For the person that's in that comment section that's even saying some stuff like this, why can't y'all keep what y'all doing in the bedroom or this and that and that and this in the bedroom? Why do we have to explain to them what you all are doing? If we don't want to explain to them what we're doing, why do we have to explain to them what y'all are doing? That don't make no sense. It ain't about a grown man don't know how to talk to a person about this type of stuff. Why are y'all putting this in this kids' movies in the first place? It's the question. Now, I don't rock with Snoop Dogg anymore like that, okay? But I'll stand 10 toes down with him on this one. Because this doesn't make any sense. What a horrible, this is what somebody else put. What a terrible take on the, two females couple. It's 2025 and y'all still being homo, this is what they're saying. This is what somebody added. No, it's not like that. It's the fact that what you're doing in your room, do it in your room. Whatever it is that you all choose to do, why we got to put it in the kids' cartoons? Why do we have to change the way things have been for years? God made a man and a woman to have a child. They didn't make two women, they didn't make two men. And it ain't about having to, it being a certain type of way about a situation. But the thing of it is, it's confusing for a child. And two women cannot have a child. No way, no how. Only way you're going to do that is you go and get some help at the doctor's office. That's the only way you're going to be able to have one. You can't have, and two men can't have one either. Same situation. They got to go get another woman to have a baby for them. You shouldn't have to explain this to somebody that's that young and they don't understand. They used to the Bible days where it's a man and it's a woman. That's how you have a baby. That's what they used to knowing. We shouldn't have to tell them why a man is running around with lipstick on and heels on and can't even fit them. Okay, y'all? We shouldn't have to talk to a child about that. And for the people that's coming in the comment section saying that, oh, you just got a problem with it. No, God got a problem with it. God got a problem with it. Now, what you going to say about God having a problem with it? I'm just saying, y'all. Then somebody else says, how to explain where two women get a child. Adoption, a third person slated. Okay? Y'all, they say that other people is having problems with it, but they seems to be the one that have the problem when somebody says, leave these kids alone. Why can't you just do that? Why do it have to be in there? Just because it makes y'all comfortable because they're including y'all stuff and everything? It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. And you shouldn't have to go through that. Snoop Dogg, it says, imagine being Snoop Dogg, the face of smoking and, taking people out rap, but scared of representation in a kid's movie. It ain't about being scared. It's about you going to a movie to watch a movie. You're not going to have to answer to questions that you don't want to answer these questions. It ain't about, he don't know how. He just don't want to. And I don't either. I want to go take the kids to see a cartoon and they get through it and everything just look like what it used to look like. A man and a woman is the family. That's that household. The man and the woman have a child. That's that household. We shouldn't have to go into all of this extra. We shouldn't. And what I would advise, do some reviews on these movies. Go check out the reviews on it. If anything that's throwing you for a loop and any extra curricular stuff that's going on, don't take your kids to see it. Stop supporting it. Stop supporting it. As long as y'all are still running to the show, putting your money in this mess, this is what they're going to do. Because they have an agenda to push. And they're going to push that agenda no matter what. No matter what. They're going to push that agenda. This is a part of what's going on right now. This is why we got these young, almost adult children, teenagers and all that stuff running around the mall with skirts on and calling themselves pushing a new trend. It doesn't make any sense. Look at a little baby running around here with his legs all oiled up, ready for whatever. Okay, y'all? This don't make no sense. It really don't. And we shouldn't have to explain it. I got subscribers and I'm respectful to them. They're respectful to me. And they even say, I've been sweating Skittles for the longest and I wouldn't even wear nothing like that. I respect the ones that talk like this. I can't stand to see somebody sitting up here trying to get into the women's bathroom and you a grown man with heels on. Feet just busting out of them. Lipstick, wigs on. That's scary for a child. This whole stuff is scary for a child because they don't understand it. Let them be kids. Let them play. Let them learn on their own as far as what's normal to them. And don't get offended by somebody saying normal because that is the way it was supposed to be. Men and women. Not two of the same thing. Men and women. That's how it's supposed to be. That's what the Bible teaches you. That's what we grew up on. That's what Big Mama taught us. Okay? Not this new stuff. And I have a problem with as time goes on, everybody want to change stuff and make it the way that they want it to be. That's not how it's supposed to be, y'all. You cannot just keep changing stuff for your convenience. It affects a lot of people. And I ain't talking about the grown ones, I'm talking about the younger ones. It's just like this after school satanic class that they have now that's popping up in everybody's state. So y'all better start paying attention to that as well. This is another trend that they're pushing. They're saying if the kids can learn about God and Jehovah and stuff, then the kids should be allowed to learn about Satan. They're doing this, and school districts are starting to let this come into their schools. New trends that they're pushing. This is a part of the new trend. And everybody is just not on board for it. So shout out to Snoop Dogg for saying something about this. Because a lot of these celebrities, they're not saying nothing. Every commercial that you're watching, every TV show that you're watching, the cartoons, the movies, give us a break. Somewhere, somebody step up to the plate and be like, I don't want this in my show. I don't want this on my movie sometimes. Especially for little ones. Did y'all hear about Sesame Street? They had made Bart and Ernie and Bart. They supposed to be sweating Skittles now too. It don't make no sense, y'all. And they're making jokes about it in the doggone cartoons, y'all. But I had to jump on here and say something. I really did. We shouldn't have to talk to them about this. We should not at that age. Not at that age. You take baby steps to teach them things. You don't just blow their mind while they're a little bitty something. Okay? You take baby steps to learn stuff. Just like when you're growing up, you can't go down the street. You got to stay in front of the house. Don't you leave off the front of the house. And then you get a little bit older, you can go down the house or two. And then you get old enough to go to the corner. You can go to the corner store by yourself. Okay? It's baby steps. You don't just keep throwing and settle. That's all that we're asking. That's all that we're talking about. When they get older enough to understand this stuff, then you can talk to them about it. But don't nobody want to talk to them about it before then. And it's confusing. It's confusing for them. And it is what it is. But shout out to Snoop Dogg. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section about this. Because a lot of people was coming for Snoop about this. They're still coming for him right now. He has lost fans over this, him talking about his grandkids, asking him about this. Y'all let me know, do y'all think that he's wrong? Or do y'all think that he's right about what's going on right now? And it is sickening what's going on. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.